exist here inside the mind of Pizza Joe. We're the Vandimals. We're the Vandimals. And we hope you enjoy the show. So come with me, we'll take a glimpse into the mind of Pizza Joe. Another big idea, here it comes. We'll wait for this one to pass. It won't be long before it's gone. Most of them don't last. Back to the Vandimals. Yeah, the Vandimals. Oh, these ones are coming fast. Make giant signs, try to make his car fly. Do a rooftop puppet show. And off they go. Back to the Vandimals. Yeah, the Vandimals. We're the wildest band you know, 'cause we're all animals. Except Bigfoot's not an animal. It doesn't make sense. I can't explain it. Oh wait, I can. We're in the mind of Pizza Joe. His own column in the newspaper. This one's lingering a little too long. Now it's gone. Oh, that bear suit again. Put the bear suit on. Go to Chilkat. Maybe chase the tourists around. I wonder how that will go. A pizza business floated by. It was a long time ago. Did Joe ever make any decent dough? Felt. Why does a grown man think about this fabric so much? We don't know, 'cause we're just Vandimals. We're just Vandimals. Confined to the mind of Pizza Joe. Watch out, Vandimals. Vandimals don't like this one. It comes flying by with a terrifying lack of control. It's the harbor. The Haines Harbor Project. Joe tends to get stuck on this one, and it scares the Vandimals. The poor scared Vandimals. Felt, Vandimals. And back to the Vandimals, because reality, that's no fun. It's no fun for Pizza Joe. And hold it up. Just let me see it if you have it out. Do any Vandimals need it? Anything? No? Okay. Alright, we're actually good. I just wanted to test something. Okay, if anyone can loan a phone to this Vandimal, actually. Smartphone, tell me what to do. Smartphone, help me pick our shoes. I'm going dancing. Oh, smartphone, tell me what to do. What's the best club? Buy me a ticket to get in. Buy my first drink, make it something with gin. Oh, smartphone, tell me what to do. Smartphone, I'm a fashion mess. Buy me some clothes and send them FedExpress. Oh, smartphone, tell me what to do. Find me a dance partner, make sure he's cute. Do a background check. Smartphone, you're my best friends. Call me an Uber and have them come at 10. Oh, smartphone, smartphone, why can't I dance with you? Why can't I dance with you? Help me find some shoes, I'm going dancing.
A law that you couldn't wear your pajamas to the grocery store. I mean, that's kind of unlikely for me because I'm like real big on freedom and that's basically free speech, but there's just something about seeing adults at the grocery store in their pajamas in the afternoon, you know, especially when they're my wife, you know. Oh, no, wait, I'm single now, I forgot. Yeah. My wife went back to Arizona. She said her house was too small. Ironically, since she's been gone, there's a lot more space. But, now I date homeless women because they're more likely to stay over. And then I met this one and we were getting along great. She said I was a real gentleman because I was pushing her cart around, you know. And then we hit it off real good. And she said we set up a date for the next day. She said you can pick me up at my place, and then I couldn't find her. Yeah. Well, you know, we do have some fashion issues here in Haines, let's just admit it, you know, like, you never see anybody wearing a suit. Nobody ever wears a suit in Haines. I noticed that when I first came here 15 years ago, so I wore a suit just to freak people out. And it worked. They all thought I was a lawyer from Juneau going to hand over a child support order, and when I went down the sidewalk, everybody ran to the other side of the street. It was great. It was like Godzilla going through town, man. Oh man, and now 15 years later, people still come up to me and they go, I remember when you wore a suit, man, that was crazy. We thought you were in the FBI. You're not in the FBI, are you? Yeah, man, that's why I wear the bear suit, because I'm undercover. Well, no, don't tell anybody I said this, you guys, just between me and you. But the tourists are a lot dumber this year, man. I don't know if it's watching the Republican presidential debates or the Wi-Fi in the air, I don't know, but just sums up, the tourists are a lot dumber. Like I would drive a tour bus, and used to be when you got on the bus, we're waiting on other people, and I'd say, does anybody have any questions about anything? And they could usually come up with something like, does Haines have a drugstore? Or how long before we can use the bathroom again? Or are we going to see bears? But this year it's just been like, I go on the bus, does anybody have any questions about anything? No. It's just not there, man. There's like nothing there, you know. Like that's a big bummer for me because my talk, you have to have this modicum of intelligence that tells you that I'm joking, you know. You got to figure that out. It's a joke, you know. And it's just not working this year as we go that good. But I did have this one group of people, and they were getting it, man. These 30 Chinese people were on the bus, and they were loving my show, and they were having a good time. And I said, on Chinese driver's licenses, do they have a place for hair color and eye color? And they said, Joe, you're funny. Yeah, but I always was a bit of a nerd, you know, in high school. For Halloween, I dressed up like Mozart, you know, and then when I graduated high school and I was 18, I sat down at my good parents, they sat me down at the kitchen table and they said, Joe, what are you going to do for a living? I said, well, I want to be a veterinarian and a taxidermist. That way, no matter what, the people are getting their dog back. Yeah, my poor parents, man, they were always like, what are you going to do for a living, Joe? What are you going to do, man? They're like the Parnells of Cambridge, Ohio, the most straightest, nicest, soberest, Republican, Methodist Ohioans there are, you know. That's why I avoided them for 30 years, you know. I was like out of there. But then this past winter, I was like, I need to go hang out with my parents. So I went home and visited them. And I just got there, and they sat me down at the kitchen table, and they said, Joe, what are you going to do for a living, man? What are you going to do with yourself? I said, Dad, I'm 54. Whatever I was going to do, I done did it, man, you know. But the poor people, you know, they're too good for me. So, but there's one, you know, one good kid that came out of Haines, Parker Schnabel. He's really having a good career. He's doing the Gold Rush Alaska show, and that's pretty popular, 8 million viewers on Friday nights. He inherited the gold mine from his grandfather, John, and I thought it'd be a cool episode if Parker had to get a bank loan. You know, they haven't done that one yet. And the banker would say, what do you got? You got collateral? And Parker would say, Collateral, is that the new Honda four-wheeler? Because we use Kawasaki mules, we don't have any collaterals. You know? But what I think is funny is if 35 years ago when I graduated high school and my dad said, what are you going to do for a living? If I would have said, well, I'm going to produce a TV show about people going to storage unit auctions. My dad would have said, what? Who would watch a show about storage unit auctions? But apparently they're pretty popular. A lot of people like that, you know. Or what if 35 years ago I would have said, well, I'm going to produce a TV show about people in jail. My dad would have said, what? Who would watch a show about jail, you know, and people in jail? They got about 6 jail shows now, you know, and coming soon, white collar jail with Bernie Madoff giving out financial advice. Oh boy. No, I won't be watching that one. But I like Alaska State Troopers. I'm a little biased towards that show because I'm on there once in a while. Then I can call my dad and say, Dad, I did something. I was on Alaska State Troopers, man. Watch TV. I like to study stuff because I don't have no friends or nothing, so it gives me something to do. And I've been watching Cold Case Files. And what I learned on Cold Case Files is that it was really easy to get away with murder before they had DNA evidence, you know. Like 40 years ago when the detective came to the crime scene and the officer would say, there's a big pool of the killer's blood in the back hallway. The detective would say, ooh, gross. Clean it up. And put a white chalk line around the body. I got a hunch. And then he'd go out on the sidewalk, he'd smoke a cigarette, and he'd look around and say, maybe the girlfriend did it. You know? The detective, I gotta figure this out. But anyway, what if like 35 years ago I would have said, you know, they're not gonna have phone booths in the future. You would have said, that's crazy, Joe, what are we gonna have? And I would have said, we're all gonna have little communicators in our pocket like they got on Star Trek. And you would have said, that's crazy. Star Trek's a show. Star Trek's not real, man. Like, communicators aren't real. But now we all got communicators in our pocket like Star Trek. Kids don't even know what a phone booth is. You know? But I don't think Star Trek was real because you never saw anybody on Star Trek texting. You know, if Star Trek was real, Nurse Chapel would have been down there at lunch texting Mr. Spock. Mr. Spock, let's hang out tonight. And Mr. Spock would text back, but he'd be absurdly fast, you know. That is illogical. Why would I see you after work? And Nurse Chapel would text back. Because I love those pointy ears, man. Let's hang out. And Mr. Spock would text back. That is illogical. I am emotionally unavailable. I am Spock. I have no emotions to be available. And Nurse Chapel would text back. Come on, Spock. You're a catch. You're going to be captain in the next movie. We'll be the power couple on Star Trek. We can honeymoon on Vulcan. And Spock would text back. That is illogical. Why would anybody honeymoon on Vulcan? It's expensive. It's all rocks. The people have no personality. It's like Norway. And Nurse Chapel would text back, are you seeing that alien girl from Alpha 6? And Spock would text back, I am busy, I must fix the photon torpedoes now. I will mind meld with you later and fix this relationship. And Nurse Chapel would text back, are we in a relationship? I want to define the relationship. We need to define the relationship. And Spock would say, somebody give me a phaser. Yeah. Well, when you live in Haines, you know what they say? They always say, Skagway's like Disney World. It's like Disney World over there. They don't say it in a nice way. When I went to Disney World, I thought it was pretty cool, you know? Like, and I love the operation of Disney World. It's so well done. You put your luggage on the plane in Juneau, and it's waiting for you on your hotel bed in Orlando, and all the castles spectacular, and the rides are really cool, and you know, people from all over the world are at Disney World, and they're all talking in all different languages, and having a good time, they're all happy. Anyway, my point is, if Mickey Mouse were president, that would be all right with me. You know? And then I'm going to go ahead and say he's a Democrat, so then it'll be Donald Trump versus Mickey Mouse in November. And that'll be a great election, won't it? That'll be a great debate. That'll make such a great debate. Donald Trump will say, Mickey Mouse is a rodent, and I will exterminate all the rodents when I'm president. I'll have the Mouseketeers put out the traps. And then I'll put a casino in the castle and make this country great again. And then Mickey Mouse will say, it's a small world after all. Kind of makes you long for Ross Perot, don't it? See you next year.
Pizza Joe Parnell.
Hello. I am the man in the clouds, also known as God. You thought your iPhone was God, but you are incorrect. I your iPhone out and video this skit because I'm in competition with NFL football and Game of Thrones and Bachelor and Bora and I need the advertising. I'd like to spread the word of God. And to get to the bottom line, I know you're wondering, who is God going to vote for, or who does God think should win? Leonard Dunn. That's right. God says vote for Leonard Dunn. But the other day I was in heaven and I was hanging out with Charlie Hanley. He lets me call him Charlie because I'm God. And we were talking about the strawberries and land use planning and stuff like that. And it came up about the bees and how they make the strawberries happen. I was like, and then he said, to be or not to be. I was like, whoa, that is really heavy, dude. And it got me thinking, you know, about the bees and how the mankind is killing them off, and that's really sad. So I decided to do a tribute to the bees, and I wrote a song, and I've come to the Chilkat Center tonight to sing my song. It's called In Memoriam of the Bees. And, I know, like, you probably don't know the bees are getting killed off because, see, back in the day they talked about pollution in the school books and stuff, but like 40 years ago they wrote about pollution, they talked about it, but then the companies just bought the textbooks and they got rid of it. They just took it out of the books, and now you don't know about it. So, problem solved, you know, but that's too bad. It's sad. So I did a song in memoriam of the bees, and I'm going to do it now. Bees make the honey so life can be sweet. Bees make the flowers so your eyes have a treat. Bees make it so that you can eat because they pollinate everything. They pollinate the peas and they pollinate the peaches and they pollinate the syrup and they pollinate the waffles and they pollinate the mangoes and they pollinate the avocados and they pollinate the St. John's wort. They pollinate everything. Be happy, be safe, be kind, be positive, beware. Don't kill the bees, mate. Just let the bees be. Let them do their thing and they won't sting you. Because you need them to eat. Because they pollinate everything. They pollinate the peas and they pollinate the peaches and they pollinate the syrup and they pollinate the waffles and they pollinate the St. John's wort. Without bees, there'd be no letter between A and C in the alphabet.